everybody, welcome. I'm by myself today. I had to jump into this and just talk to you guys about what's going on in New Jersey. Because everybody's talking about it, and now it's like my turn. I got to talk about it. I really don't have a lot to share, which is upsetting. But I want to like, if you're not up on it, there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of disinformation. So let me just. So let's start. We're going to start with this. Let's just give you just a breakdown of what's actually going on in this home state of mine. Um, yeah, there's just a bunch of drones in the sky, and nobody knows what they are. I feel like that's kind of the thesis of this entire video, but I'll let a bunch of other really other smarter people than I am tell you what's up.
Mobile app. Is today the day that we get some answers about those mysterious UFO drones that have been flying over New Jersey for the better part of a month now? Are there even any answers to be had? New Jersey mayors will meet today with officials from the New Jersey Office of Homeland Security and the state police to discuss the drone sightings that have led to fear and wild speculation. Meanwhile, a New Jersey congressman says he saw dozens of drones coming from the Jersey coast. Chris Smith says he was there when as many as 55 drones were sighted following a Coast Guard vessel in the waters off New Jersey. Seeing them with his own eye, the congressman says, quote, "We have to treat this with a presumption of a hostile threat." The White House says President Biden has been briefed on the matter, and the White House is in contact with the Office of Homeland Security and the FBI. The White House spokesperson says they have determined these drones are not being operated by foreign entities. Meanwhile, a shocking admission from the FBI during congressional testimony. A top FBI official told members of the committee the investigation into the drone activity remains active, and at this time, they do not have an answer as to who is responsible. Congressman from Texas called that madness. Pressed on the matter, Robert Wheeler, assistant director of the Critical Incident Response Group for the FBI, seemed to contradict what officials have been saying, that there is no threat. Wheeler said they don't believe that is the case. He said, quote, "We just don't know, and that's the concerning part of it. Are the drones perhaps military in nature? If they are not coming from the Picatinny arsenal. Picatinny serves as a military research center. Many of the first sightings were near the Morris County base, but the base commander issued a statement Tuesday saying the drones are not the result of any Picatinny arsenal-related activities. What have you seen? Do you have photos? Do you have video? You can upload it to our free mobile app.
So he did a great job of just he's a newsman. So he did a great job of summing up exactly where we're at with all of these things. Yeah, so just to kind of get you up to date with all that stuff, and to just sort of break some of this stuff down. Because like, last week we were making all these I was making all these jokes about Cliff High and how he was like, oh, there's going to be a melee in the sky, and we were all like, ha, 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 ha. And now this happens. So what's directly over my house? So it's just I'm not freaking out, but it's very interesting. It's interesting that they're saying they're like, we know it's not foreign, and we know it's not us, and it's definitely not consumers. Who does that leave? Literally, who does that leave? If you know who that leaves, drop in the comments who you think who's left in that. Um, who has drones the size of the Magic School Bus, that lots of them, that no one can track, that isn't the military, that isn't our military, that isn't somebody else's military? That I'm freaking out. I feel like there is like I said this yesterday, like I feel like there is some kind of normal answer to this, some sort of unfun answer to this. And I believe, having a healthy amount of skepticism is always good. It's always good to sort of keep our feet on the ground with these things, but it does make me a little vigilant, to be honest. It's making me a little bit vigilant. Um, Someone made a really good point is that they're battery powered. So, they're going up in the sky and they're whipping around and they need to go somewhere and be recharged. So someone's loving these things. They're taking care of them. They're going up for 3 hours and then they're docking somewhere. Um, it seems like they're coming in and out of the ocean. So like, is the Coast Guard involved, right? Um, I don't know. I think I don't know why they're not part of any of these meetings if it's nautical, you know? That also brings me to, so I keep saying our, like I'm in the US, I'm in the state of New Jersey. Um, so I have like a special unique perspective. I'm in the state, but I don't leave the house. So, you know, grain of salt. Um, our U.S. Representative Jeffrey Van Drew said that he's been investigating the disturbing reports that have emerged about drones flying over New Jersey. He's been meeting with officials to gather information on these incidents, which he said he believes could be part of a much larger national security threat. What we have uncovered so far is deeply troubling. He doesn't say who we are. He just said officials. He said there is circumstantial evidence that suggests these drones could be the work of foreign adversaries, specifically Iran. Right now, we know there are drones flying in from the direction of the ocean. We also know there is an Iranian drone. We also know there's an Iranian drone mothership that is missing from port in Iran, with the timeline matching with the emergence of these drones. Um, and then, and then that's not true.
Coming from a foreign entity or adversary?
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States. Phil.
So just super interesting. No, who's what? Here's the thing about, and this is something that I've learned as a very late in life, is that no one knows what's happening in the government. No one knows what's going on. It's their job to know what's going on, but they don't know. No one knows what's happening. And that's kind of the really terrifying thing, is that it's not us, it's not them. Ooh, it's weird.
You walked out. Why?
I walked out because it was worthless. It was the biggest amateur hour presentation I've ever seen.
This is the guy from the mayor's
ridiculous.
meeting.
There were no answers. Every question that was asked by a member of the state legislature, great questions, no answers, no resolution. They don't know where the drones are coming from. They don't know who's doing it. They don't know why they're doing it, but they say there's no credible threat. It was annoying to be there. I drove 2 hours to be here today, spent an hour in there. I got to drive 2 hours back. The biggest waste of 5 hours in my entire life.
So why do you think they called this meeting?
No idea. Why would you call a meeting and tell people you don't know anything? I have no idea. And then when the legislators were asked questions, there were no answers. Here's the most frustrating part. Colonel of State Police said that he had a helicopter of his flying over above one of these drones, a 6-foot drone or something. I can't remember exactly what he said. And he felt unsafe for his helicopter, so he just let it go. Just let it go. Where'd it go? Who knows? Didn't want to follow it because he didn't feel safe. Is that not the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? I mean, honestly.
Do they have any idea where these drones are originating?
No, they don't. They would. Maybe if they followed that sucker to when it landed, they would know, but they don't. This is a complete lack of effort, in my opinion, on trying to figure this out. This is not about ability. We have the technology, we have the people, we have the training, we have the resources, we have the money. It's just a lack of effort.
We have the tools, we have the talent.
I don't know. They should be saying, you know what they should have done today with productive use of our time, if they didn't know anything, come in there and say, hey, legislators, we don't know anything. But if you get us these 10 things, do these 10 things for us, the governor calls in this kind of action, we can figure it out. Will you help us? And then we would have helped them. But instead, it was just excuse after excuse, and we know nothing. It was infuriating, and I got up and I walked out.
You've been in the service, right?
Yeah, I was an attack helicopter pilot, Apache helicopter pilot in the Army, and I helped stand up the initial unmanned aircraft training battalion in the aviation sector of the Army. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, and these guys are not doing the job they need to do to figure out what's going on, and that is the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and the state police.
And they're saying no threat to Americans.
They're saying no threat, but how the hell do they know? They don't know anything. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it come from. They don't know nothing. When I walked in here today, I was actually pretty calm. I was excited to be here to find out a couple things. I thought they'd be like, hey, listen, it's FedEx trying to figure it out. But instead, I got the most ridiculous amateur hour briefing I've ever sat through.
Wow, that's truly upsetting.
Yeah. So no one knows what's going on. That was let me take another look at that was Assemblyman Brian Bergen, who he walked out of the meeting, and I mean I get it. I get walking out of things, but like if you're mad and you want to do something, like maybe stay and talk. But no, I get it. If you get frustrated and you storm out. Yeah, and the FBI is in this, and Christopher Wray just announced that he's retiring today. Yeah, and the other thing is too, like listen, if this is like Amazon or something, I'm gonna be super mad. I'm gonna be super mad if it's just like Amazon. They're being like, this is the other thing, is they're not being very stealthy. They're not being stealthy. If they're trying to like do something, if it's surveillance, if it's, I don't know, they're not being stealthy. And that's what's menacing about it. I think it's like, they're not a threat, but they are a threat because we don't know what they are, and they're getting very, very close. And it's a lack of control. Do you know what I mean? It's a crossing of boundaries. It's hard, and it's also hard sometimes, I think. And there have been like a million like pictures of, like vertical, like janky like videos of, which, I mean, God bless. Thank you for shooting this guy for me, because I'm, again, don't leave the house, but like dots in the sky and like somewhat closer, and kind of they look kind of pixelated, and I have no idea what I'm looking at from time to time. I don't know what it necessarily that they look like. I don't know what these drones look like. They don't look like regular drones. Some of them do look like the boomerang shape UAPs. These UASs, these are UASs, unmanned aerial systems. In case you're wondering when they say UAS, that's what that means. Yeah, it's there was during the hearing was very like very pointless. Again, a lot of these things are really pointless. I could play these things for you, and like I was gonna react to this on Tuesday, but like they're like, we don't know what's happening, we don't know what they are, we don't know who they are. It's very pointless. One of the questions is, why don't we shoot them out of the sky? And it's like, because they're the size of cars. They're the size of cars. Like, please don't shoot these out of the sky, because New Jersey is where my head is, and my roof, and the very soft heads of many, many taxpaying, wonderful people, and people I'll never meet. And don't just shoot things out of the sky that could hurt people. And life and property, it's important. So that it is tough. I mean, if they were tiny, yes, but these things are the size of, I don't know where they got the SUV thing from. I'm not sure exactly. It's interesting. Yeah, and so I'll just end on this. This is like the Homeland Security issue of these things are not, they're not doing anything yet. But they are showing themselves, and they are showing their capabilities, and they're showing how easily they could do something. You know? And if it is Amazon, I'm still scared. You know what I mean? I'm still scared because Amazon could easily be hacked. Like, if it's Amazon just trying to like, how can I like deliver to like a tanker? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But it's scary. It's an issue.
And a military installation. The drones reportedly the size of SUVs.
I think the creepy part is not that it's just a drone, that they're so large.
Dozens of New Jersey lawmakers demanding action from Governor Phil Murphy.
We're obviously most concerned about sensitive targets and sensitive critical infrastructure.
The threat prompting this hearing on Capitol Hill.
Foreign adversaries seeking to exploit UAS for surveillance and intelligence gathering, to the growing risk of UAS being weaponized to attack critical infrastructure, sports stadiums. Our vulnerabilities are clear.
Lawmakers sounding alarm bells, not just about potential risks, but actual ones. Edward Kelly, seen here participating in the January 6th attack at the U.S. Capitol, was just weeks ago convicted of conspiring to kill the FBI agents who investigated him, with plans to use car bombs and incendiary devices appended to drones, according to the Justice Department. Another Tennessee man, Skylar Filippi, was charged with attempting to use a weapon of mass destruction, also affixed to an unmanned aircraft system, and fly the UAS into an electric substation located in Nashville. Government witnesses outlining additional risks, including mass attacks using chemical, biological, or nuclear material, drug trafficking, espionage, and monitoring law enforcement activity. The White House is also closely tracking these incidents, and a meeting in New Jersey is now scheduled for Wednesday morning.
So that's just where we are. I'm just going to leave you on that. It's frustrating. I don't have a lot of answers for you. I'm just kind of setting the scene. I'm letting you know where we're at. I've tried to find as many different outlets to have some information for you, and I have none. But let me just debunk really quickly. They're not American drones, and they're not foreign drones. It is not Iran, as far as we know. And they are coming in from, we believe, the ocean. And that's all we have. That's all we know. That's it. Who's looking at it? Who's looking into it? We don't know. We don't know. So that's all the information we have right now. It has been raining the past couple of days pretty hard. So I don't think they haven't been out. Tomorrow's going to be a clear night. So I'm going to go out with my camera and see if I can find see if I can find something for you. See if there's anything over by me. Yeah, that's all the information I have. If you have anything, if you have any theories about what this could be, please drop them in the comments, because I'm very interested. I feel like I probably have some giant blind spot that I'm missing. So let me know. That's it for me right now. This special report about UASs. We're getting all the UAs in here. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm the Sarah Normal Activity. This has been a show. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching this far. And please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one.